Hello students, today our topic is singular matrix, non-singular matrix, a theorem in which we have to prove that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into I, and fourth steps for calculation of inverse of a matrix of order 2 and also of order 3, and two problems, one from order 2 and one from order 3. So see, inverse of a matrix is too important for your examination point of view. So clearly you try to see the steps and follow so that you may solve the question. So first is your singular matrix.
Singular matrix. Singular matrix. Definition of singular matrix is a square matrix. A square matrix of order n is said to be singular. Said to be singular. Singular if determinant of A is equal to 0. See here,
A square matrix of order n is said to be singular if determinant of A is equal to 0. Here I have taken an example. A is a matrix and its element is 2, 4, 1, 8. This is a 2 matrix. So if you find the determinant of A, so this will your 8, 4 into 2, 8, and 1 into 8 minus 8. So this will equal to 0. So if determinant of a matrix is 0, that means we cannot find the inverse of its. So we cannot calculate here. You can also write here A inverse does not exist. Does not exist. That means we cannot calculate the inverse of matrix. Second is your non-singular matrix. Second is your non-singular matrix. So non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. See here, non-singular matrix. Just opposite a square matrix of order n. A square matrix of order n is said to be non-singular. Non-singular if determinant of A not equal to 0. See here, A is a matrix and its element is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you find determinant of A, this will equal to 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2, not equal to 0. So here A inverse exists. This implies A inverse exists. That means we can calculate the inverse of this matrix. From 1. Our first theorem is, if A is a square matrix of order n, then we have to prove that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant A into I, where I is an identity matrix of order n. Identity matrix of order n. To prove this result, we suppose A is a square matrix of order 3 cross 3 and its element is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. And also if we find the cofactor of A, so cofactor of A, this will be equal to capital A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is your cofactor of this matrix A. Cofactor of A is equal to. Again here we have to find adjoint A. So adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A If you take transpose of cofactor, then it becomes adjoint. So here this is your R1 and this is your R2 and here this is your R3. To change R1 by C1, R2 by C2 and R3 by C3. So this can be written as, or this is equal to, adjoint of A is equal to, you can write, this will your A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So like so, we have changed R1 by C1. R1 is here A11, A12, A13. Here C1 is A11, A12, A13. And R2 is A21, A22, A23. Here C2 is A21, A22, A23. And similarly, R3 is changed by R3. Then in our question, we have to calculate A into adjoint A. A into adjoint A. This will equal to what? So to calculate this, we have to write A21, A11, A11, A21, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A12, A31, A32, A33 into this cofactor A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is both are, all are 3 cross 3 matrix. This is also 3 cross 3. So this is also 3 cross 3. So this can be written as, multiply this R1 to C1. So this can be written as A11 into A11 plus A12 into A12 plus A13 into A13. Similarly, A21 into A11 plus A22 into A12 plus A23 into A13. Next, A31 into A11 plus A32 into A12 plus A33 into A13. Again multiply with your second column. So this can be written as A11 into A21 plus A12 into A22 plus A13 into A23 and A21 into A21 plus A22 into A22 plus A23 into A23 and last is your A31 A21 plus A32 into A22 plus A33 into A23 and again come to C3. So this will your A11 into A31 plus A12 into A32 plus A13 into A33 and again this element A22 A21 into A31 plus A22 into A32 plus A23 into A33 and last is your A31 into A31 plus A32 into A32 plus A33 into A33. Check here. So what you will get here A11 A11 A11. This element will A11 A21 A31 A12 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 A13 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 and similarly here A11 A12 A12 comparison between these two. What you will find if you watch this term and this term, you see here coefficients of element and coefficients of cofactor both are same. Check here, 1 1 1 1 1 1, 1 1 2 1 2, 1 3 1 3. Again here 2 1 2 1, 2 2 2 2, 2 3 2 3. Again similarly here 3 1 3 1, 3 2 3 2, 3 3 3 3. So if coefficients of element and corresponding coefficient of cofactor are multiplied, and if they are same, this will equal to value of the determinant. Here we will use a result. So this will equal to value of the determinant. So this will determinant, and other terms this becomes all will be 0. So here we will use an important result that we know that sum of product of element with corresponding sum of product of element with corresponding cofactor is equal to determinant of A is equal to determinant of A, otherwise 0. So watch here, this will be equal to that we have calculated A into adjoint A. This can be written as, see here both are same, both coefficients are same. So some coefficients of A and coefficient of cofactor of element both are same. So this will equal to determinant of A. Here both are different, so this will equal to 0. Determinant, this will again 0. So here 0, determinant of A 0, 0, 0, and determinant of A. Once again check. Here both are different. So if coefficients of element and cofactor both are different, its value will be 0. And if same, this is same, this is same, and these are same, so this will equal to determinant of A. So this can be written as determinant of A into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So it is equal to determinant of A into I. So here we have to prove that in the theorem A into adjoint A is equal to determinant of A into I. Let it equation number 1. So it is equation number 1. And after that, similarly, if we take adjoint A into A, this can also be proved determinant of A into I, equation number 2. Or you can also write here similarly, or same way, similarly we can prove that adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. So from 1 and 2 we can say that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. This is the important result of us, and using this result it will helpful for you to find inverse of a matrix. So we are seeing here that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. Suppose if we take this determinant this side, so what happens? This can be written as A into adjoint A upon determinant of A is equal to adjoint A upon determinant of A into A is equal to I. What is this mean? We have divided all the terms by adjoint A. Divide all terms by determinant of A. Then what happens? This becomes A into adjoint A by determinant A. Adjoint A by determinant A into A is equal to I. If you go to our previous discussion, so what is the inverse? Inverse means we use the property if AB is equal to BA is equal to I, then we can say that A is inverse of B. If we use this property, we can say A inverse is equal to B, and we can also say B inverse is equal to A. Here we can also say we see here determinant A into adjoint A by determinant A is equal to adjoint A by determinant A into A is equal to I. That means these two are inverse of each other. That means we can write that A inverse is equal to adjoint A upon determinant of A. This is an important formula for us, and we will use this formula while we calculate inverse of a matrix. Very useful this formula. So you will try to keep it in your mind or keep memory that A inverse is equal to adjoint A upon determinant of A. If we take determinant sign both sides, take sign of determinant both sides. Take sign of determinant both sides. So what happens? This can be written as determinant of A into adjoint A is equal to determinant of A 0 0 0 determinant of A 0 0 0 determinant of A. So see here what I have done. I have neglect or convert this notation of matrices in terms of determinant. So use here the property of determinant, and if we take determinant of A common from R1 R2 R3, so this can be written as determinant of A into determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of AQ into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 1. If you take determinant of A here common from R1, from here R2, again R3, so this will be your determinant of whole Q into identity matrix. So this can be written as determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of AQ but a determinant of A. So this is equal to determinant of A square, where A is a square matrix of order 3. So see here, this is A here. A is a square matrix of order 3. So your answer will be, answer will be equal to what? This will equal to determinant A square. If A is a square matrix of order n, then what happens? If we take A as determinant, so again, if A is a square matrix of order n, we can similarly say that determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A to the power A minus A. So from this formula, we can calculate the value of determinant of adjoint A. This is an important formula for us, and in board examination, it contains 1 mark question. From here, we will get 1 mark question in CBSE examination. Our next subtopic is steps for calculation of inverse of a matrix if we use the cofactor. So first step is find determinant of A. Second, if determinant of A is equal to 0, A inverse not exist. So we cannot calculate the value of inverse. Third, if determinant of A not equal to 0, so A inverse exists. And after that we can find fourth step is calculate cofactor of A. Fifth step, find adjoint A. Sixth step, use formula A inverse is equal to adjoint A upon determinant A. Adjoint A upon determinant A. We will get the value of determinant. So using this step, we can find inverse of a matrix. Now come to exercise 4.5, question number 6. Exercise 4.5, question number 6. A is a matrix and its element will be -1, 5, -3, 2. A is a matrix. Question number 6. Its element will be -1, 5, -3, 2. So first we have to find determinant of A. So determinant of A, this will equal to determinant of -1, 5, -3, 2. So this will be your -2 plus 15 is equal to 13, not equal to 0. That means we can find the value of A inverse. A inverse exists, and or we can also say that we can calculate A inverse. Then we have to again calculate cofactor of A. So what is cofactor of A? Cofactor of A. This will be equal to cofactor of matrix A. Your original matrix is here. So cofactor of A will be, if you take cofactor of -1, so this row cancel, this column cancel, so you will get 2. And cofactor of 5, this will be cancelled, this will be cancelled, so you will get -3. And cofactor of -3, this will be cancelled, this row cancelled, so you will get 5, and here you will get minus. And check the sign, here will be plus, here will be minus, here will again minus, and here will be plus. So this will be, can be written as your cofactor element will be 2, 3, -5, -1. And after that, here step is calculate adjoint A. So adjoint of A, this will equal to change row by column R1, R2, here C1, C2. So change R1 by C1. So this is your 2, 3, -5, -1. So A inverse is equal to how much? A inverse is equal to adjoint A by determinant of A. Determinant of A you have already calculated. So this will equal to 1 by 13 into 2, -5, 3, -1. So A inverse is equal to 2 by 13, -5 by 13, 3 by 13, and -1 by 13. This is the answer of the problem. And if you interested to find what it is correct or not, then you calculate A into A inverse. This will equal to A is equal to how much? You have written -1, 5, -1, 5, -3, 2 into A inverse. A inverse you have already calculated, 2 upon 13, -5 upon 13, 3 upon 13, and -1 upon 13. So this will be equal to, check here, -1 into 2 by 13, this is your -2 by 13, plus 5 into 3, 15 by 13. Again multiply this, so -3 into 2, -6 by 13, plus 6 by 13. Again multiply with C2, so -1 into 5, 5 by 13. So 5 into -1, again -5 by 13. Again -3 to -5, so minus plus 15 by 13 and -2 by 13, like this. So this can be written as, if you do the calculation, this is equal to, after that 13 minus 2, this is your 13 by 13. So this will equal to A into A inverse is equal to, you see here, this is your 1, 0, 0, 1. Check how I have written this. 13 by 13, 15 minus 2, 13 by 13, 1. 5 minus 5, 0. 6 minus 6, 0. And 15 minus 2, 13 by 13, again 1. So this will equal to I. So we can say that our answer is correct. Come to exercise 4.5 and see question number 8, 9 and 10. Question is also written here and you go through NCERT and try to solve these questions. These all questions are matrix of order 3. So you try to solve it. In my next class, we will also discuss these questions because it is very important from CBSE point of view. Thank you.